Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm pleased to have joined with Chairman DeFazio and Chairwoman Norton in introducing this robust, transformative surface transportation bill. For almost 16 years, I've been helping lead the charge, oftentimes alongside Chairman DeFazio, for more investment in our transportation infrastructure. This bill does that, with almost $500 billion in investments over 5 years in our road, transit, and rail infrastructure. As chairman of the subcommittee on rails, pipelines, and hazardous materials, I'm proud to have led the way on the rail division of this bill, which includes investments of almost $60 billion over 5 years, a 400% increase over the FAST Act. It's important that we're investing in our commuter railroads as well as our intercity passenger rail. This is the first time within a surface transportation reauthorization bill that we have a commuter rail policy section. In addition to a significant increase in existing formula funding for all transit, commuter railroads are made eligible for the $7 billion Consolidated Rail Infrastructure and Safety Improvements known as CRISI. These changes will help commuter railroads provide better service and keep cars off the road. In another first, we're establishing a grade separation grant program funded at $2.5 billion over 5 years to decrease the amount of time Americans get stuck at train crossings. This will help address long-standing grade crossing needs in urban areas like Chicago, and increasingly in rural areas across the nation, with longer trains blocking more crossings for longer periods of time. We are making record investments in Amtrak at almost $30 billion over 5 years, while at the same time addressing some of the short-sighted labor and service cuts that Amtrak has made in the past few years. Finally, I'm pleased that this bill requires Amtrak to work with Metro Commuter Rail to come up with a 5-year capital improvement plan to make Chicago Union Station safer and more efficient for the hundreds of thousands of people that use it every day. I also want to briefly highlight some important provisions in the Highways and Transit divisions. These provisions include a 57% increase in formula funding for public transit agencies, a $28 billion investment in bridges that need to be repaired or replaced, and a greater focus on making our roads safer for bicyclists and pedestrians. In addition, a $9 billion competitive grant program focused on advancing projects of national and regional significance is included. This money can help bring the Create Rail Modernization Program in northeastern Illinois, the rail hub of our nation, closer to completion, significantly improving freight movement across our nation. The bill we are considering today is reflective of the importance Congress and this committee can have in improving the everyday lives of Americans and shows the difference that we can make. Our nation is now in a recession. Americans need jobs. We will put hundreds of thousands of Americans to work in good-paying jobs building this infrastructure, and every increase in efficiency that we make in our transportation system will make American businesses and workers more efficient. We will also cut down on delays on our roads and rails, saving every American time and money. We will increase safety, and we will improve our environment. I look forward to working with Chairman DeFazio and other members of the committee from both sides of the aisle to make this the best bill possible and ultimately get a surface transportation reauthorization signed into law. I know there's a number of Republican amendments today that I will be supporting. I'm more optimistic about working together and getting something done after reports this week that the Trump administration is preparing a $1 trillion infrastructure plan. I hope that this is the case. We need to get this done. We need to get it done soon for the American people. I yield back.
Gentleman yields back.